Welcome to the Take a Listing Today podcast, where our hosts Jim Studebaker and Todd Robertson give you strategies to get you out of the office right now so you can take a new listing today. And now, here's Jim and Todd.
Hello out there. Howdy. Take a Listing Today podcast. We are, as you can see, not in our normal place. It is show number 100. We're having a little frostbite here. We are, Lisa, where are we exactly? Mount Everest?
Mount Everest.
And as Floridians, we should have probably dressed a little bit better, but
At
we
least
are
we-
going to get through the show. We are going to deliver it.
At least we have these attractive scarves.
Yes.
Whose idea
And-
was it that we only needed a scarf for Mount Everest?
Right.
I don't know, but you'll recall last week's show, we said get lots of exercise, so that's what we do. We climbed to the top.
And here we are. We're going to do our show right from here.
Here we are. Jim, I made it. Todd made it. And Lisa made it.
I'm leaving.
And she's leaving. Okay.
She's going to walk down the mountain. No, wait for
Well,
us to make sure you get down.
Before she leaves, we are going to produce a wonderful podcast for you today. And don't forget our website, takealistentoday.com. Now, Lisa, before we suffer frostbite,
Yes.
should we call somebody or
Yes,
what
we
would you
have
like to
a
do?
special
That'd be fun.
satellite phone that we're able to call
Yes.
from the mountaintop to Wendy.
Well, we're doing a whole show at the mountaintop, so we must have a lot of good technology up here, right?
Yeah, the Sherpa is helping us.
Right. Let's call Brian. I got a good feeling about Brian. We're going to try Brian. If that doesn't work,
We're going to try
then-
Brian. And while we're dialing him, folks, can you imagine this is our 100th show? Imagine what our 200th show is going to be.
Ooh, double the number of callers.
Well,
Yep.
we can't. There
Which
is
is
no
zero,
higher mountain,
so- Maybe the bottom of the ocean then. We'll go to the other extreme. Huh?
Yep.
One way or the other.
we need scuba gear.
Might be able to get some scuba gear. I'm not sure. All right. We're calling Brian. Quote series.
Hello?
Scheduled campaign.
Brian.
Hello?
Is this Brian?
Yes, it is.
Yes, Brian. This is Jim and Todd and Lisa with the Take a Listing Today podcast. We're on the air with ProspectsPLUS. You know that place?
Yes, but I'm actually on another thing, but I saw that you called the second time.
But
You're on another podcast right now?
Brian, though, if you
I'm on a seminar on the Columbia forecast for our housing market.
Oh,
Brian,
nice.
Brian, if you're okay putting that on just for 2 minutes, we're going to let you win a prize. We just want to ask you about your campaign. It'll take 2 minutes if you're game, and we'll let you go back to that. You're going to win some money at Prospects Plus. Are you game for that?
All right.
All right, sound
Sure,
good.
what you got?
All right, so we're going to ask you a question, and you're going to have a chance to win. What's the amount?
$120.
$120.
Gift card. For Prospects Plus.
$120 gift card with Prospects Plus. But first, just share with us briefly what you're using with Prospects Plus and how it's working.
I actually don't know if it's working or not. My first campaign goes out tomorrow, but the setup was pretty easy.
All right, that's beautiful. So
Fair enough.
So that's great then. So the setup was easy, and your campaign is set up for how many months?
12 or 24. I thought it was 12, but looking at it, it might actually be 24.
Cool.
Awesome.
And as you know, you can change that and alter that. And question for you, for the people listening and watching, how long did that take you to set up?
I already had my database in an Excel, so I think I did it in 30 minutes.
Wow. Nice
Maybe
work.
less.
Nice. And now you've got 2 years of postcards going out automatically. You could just stay in bed and your postcard marketing still goes out.
Right.
Yep. Okay,
Yeah, that's
let's
cool.
ask him a question so he can get back to
So
the
you
seminar.
get back to your seminar. By the way, this is our 100th show. You're going to want to see this and when this comes out. So sign up for Take a Listing Today. Here's your question to win $120. And the question is.
So, Brian, we're going to ask you a question and we're going to give you 3 answers, A, B, and C. Give us the correct answer and you win a $120 gift card for ProspectsPLUS.com, a copy of Todd's book, Become a Listing Legend, and some other great stuff. Are you ready?
Sure.
All right, Brian. What city is known as the rose capital of the world?
You got this, $120.
Is it A, Pasadena, California, B, Roseville, Michigan, or C, Tyler, Texas?
I'm going to take A, Pasadena.
Yes, the Rose
Hey,
Bowl.
Pasadena, is that
That's my vote too.
correct?
Did he win?
No!
Oh
No.
darn.
I was was guessing that too.
Let's give him one more chance since he took the call. Since we're going to give you one more chance. What is the answer? Because I thought it was the same.
Tyler, Texas
I did not.
is known as the Rose. I would have picked
Never
Pasadena.
gotten that.
Me neither.
well.
That was a trick question.
That was a dumb question. All right, Ryan, we have another question for you.
Here's the real one, Brian.
What did the first vending machines in the early 1880s dispense? Was it A, beef tea, B, postcards, or C, cocaine?
Jeez.
That's what it says. I'm just reading it.
Oh boy.
The first vending
All right,
machines
what were the first two?
in the 1880s. A is beef tea, B is postcards. This is a postcard program.
Right, but I don't think they had him in that. I'm not looking at the answer. I'm like Brian. I'm just thinking it through.
I'm going to guess A.
A, the beef tea. All right, is beef tea the correct answer?
In a vending machine?
Oh, come on.
I'm gonna say C. I'm gonna say C.
No, postcards.
Are you?
Vending machines in the
Let's give Brian
1880s
one-
dispensed postcards.
One last chance. I want him to win some money. He took time out for us. Brian, we're gonna give you
Last
one more.
He'll get this.
All right, Brian, you got this one. Here we go. Before the 19th century, the living room was known as what? Was it A, the drawing room, B, the saloon, or C, the parlor?
Ooh.
Give him
I'm
a
going
hint.
to go C, the parlor.
C, the parlor. Lisa, I don't think Brian needs a hint. Is the parlor the correct answer? Hey,
Brian! Brian, thank you for taking the call. You won a copy of the Take a Listing Today book, a gift card to Prospects Plus of how much?
$120.
$120 to use however you
Wow.
want.
Oh, excellent. I'll pay for the October mailing.
All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, definitely. Have a great rest of the day. Enjoy this seminar, and it was a pleasure having you on our show.
Thank you. Have a great day.
All right, yeah, and Lisa will get with you to get that to you. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you, Brian. Bye.
All right, Todd. Nice job roping in Brian there. He was ready to hang up on us, and you said, "Oh, just take a second, put that other call
Well,
on
I
hold."
thought since we had
You
him,
can hear somebody talking in the background.
yeah. So I think he was doing a Zoom. Are we live or no?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh,
We're still on the mountain waiting there. We're live.
so I left him a message this morning,
Okay.
and so he must have got it. But yeah, once he picked up, I thought we can't let him go. Let's hold on to him.
Yeah, nice
So
job.
he resisted, but we got him.
That was good.
It's weird. I feel really hot even though we're on a blizzardy mountain.
Well-
like it feels like the scarf is making me too hot. Isn't that weird?
It is weird, but we're into it. Our adrenaline's going, and after the show, we're gonna, yeah. So
It's if you see sweat dripping down my face.
this topic should be the biggest no-brainer in real estate history.
It should, and it probably is. It is 3 ways to keep your sphere thinking about you through the rest of 2021. There's not much time left in 2021. We're in the last month of the 3rd quarter, and as we move into the 4th quarter and the remaining 3 months of the year, the number one goal for agents should be what?
The number one goal should be to turn that list into profitability.
Yes.
Now, that being said, what Jim just said, 3 ways to keep your sphere thinking about you. Now, keep in mind the following, and we see this all the time. When a real estate agent has a sphere of influence, in their mind, they're like, oh, this is my sphere. So they don't realize half of your sphere or more could be in her sphere, that person's. So you've really got to incorporate this because the other people are going to play lazy. So just know that who's ever in your sphere, other people are working them as well, but they're not going to do the business base what we're going to teach today.
Right. And a lot of people think that because they're in the sphere, they're just by default going to do business with that person.
Correct.
Which is not
As
true.
though you've kidnapped them and put
Right.
them in a cave.
Like you have a monopoly on the real
And
estate
the
business.
only time
That's
they
not
talk
true.
to anyone is when you bring them bread. That's not true.
Well, here's a sad statistic. NAR says 75% of buyers and sellers choose an agent other than the one that they have previously worked with.
And
now,
here-
why should that ever happen?
Right. You're right. It should never happen, number one, because, but here's why it happens. So that real estate agent closes that deal, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, and in their mind, they're like, oh, the average person moves every 5 to 9 years, so I'll just send them an anniversary card. What the great agents do is adopt that other client, knowing that they are going to be abandoned, and stay in touch with them on a very I would say, a more aggressive, a more powerful way.
At least so they can be remembered.
Exactly.
Right.
I mean, once a year.
But here's the good news, though. So for the agents listening and watching right now, that's good news for you, because once a transaction closes, you can adopt those people. So this is good news for the ones that are willing to implement these strategies.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And speaking of strategies, we have some here to make sure that your sphere continues to be your best source of business throughout the rest of the year. So let's look at it.
And into next year.
So
that you don't wake up on January 1.
Let's hope we don't do that.
Lost
well, you
and
do want to wake up,
confused.
but don't wake up lost and confused.
Yes.
Don't wake up here on January 1, because it's
Right.
very...
Scared. No, that's
Yeah.
If you wake up on the
Lost,
top of
confused,
a
scared.
mountain, that's going to be very odd.
Yeah, unless you have a helicopter. Yeah.
Unless you remember walking there, then
or
it's
you
okay,
have
I
one
guess.
of our nice scarves.
Yeah.
Right.
Which you can get on our gift shop. Oh, we don't have our gift shop
Very,
yet.
very comfortable
Warm.
and attractive.
Yeah,
and warm,
very,
yes.
yeah.
You took yours off. Are you warm? Are you having
I
hot
lost
flashes
it.
over there?
A big breeze blew by.
You lost your
And
scarf.
there's this goat. There was a mountain
Wow.
goat up here, and he grabbed it. And
Those crazy
Ran
mountain
off.
goats.
It happens up here.
Well, mountain goats might get cold, so they need
Yeah.
a scarf too. All right.
We didn't expect these kind of things up here, see?
All right. No.
no,
You'll
I'm
never,
really
you never know what to
freezing.
expect at the top of a mountain, do you?
Right.
All right. So, number one, take your sphere engagement to the next level with the free Business Base tool. Now, the Business Base is like your SOI on steroids. More medical stuff left over from last week, apparently.
Well, and if you pay attention and listen to this topic, the business base was born many years ago because other industries do this all the time. The insurance industry does it. The auto industry does it. The real estate industry has never done it. We're going to help you if you want. If you adopt our conversation today, we're going to help you literally possibly build your business to the point you can sell it when you're done. Think about that. That you can sell your book of business when you're done.
Very powerful.
That's not talked about in real estate.
No,
Yeah,
not at all.
yeah.
So the Business Base, which is available for free on our wonderful sponsors website, ProspectsPLUS.com.
and in our show notes.
Yep.
And in the show notes, works like this. The key to business growth is to become more visible, more likable, and to get more people to remember you. In 3 easy steps, the Business Base helps you do this by cultivating and growing the 3 groups of people that will provide the majority of your repeat business and referrals. And those groups are your family, your friends, your acquaintances, and referrals from those other 3 categories.
And keep in mind, here's what's great about all those categories. Some people say, well, I don't want to bother them. Or what about those? Or those people that they just bought. Let all that go, because here's the truth. Everybody knows somebody who will buy or sell in the next 12 months.
Mm-hmm.
So adopt that mindset as opposed to, oh, they already bought, they don't need me. No. Go strong.
Now, here's a great stat.
Yep.
15% of the people in your sphere are going to buy or sell in the next 12 months. And that's from NAR, because the average person will move every 5 to 9 years.
So that's 15% in there. The other 85 will know somebody that will.
Right. And then of those other 85, 15% of those people are going to move the following year.
Right.
So it's a
snowball
continuous
effect.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and I think people forget that we all love to give somebody a good referral
Mm-hmm.
because you kind of feel like the hero. You know, if you're talking to your friend, you're like, oh my gosh, we ate at this amazing restaurant. You got to go check this
And
restaurant
especially
out.
if they go and love it.
Yes, you love that. It's a great feeling.
Yeah.
So if somebody says to me, oh man, we're getting ready to sell our house, we don't know where to turn. Are you getting frostbite trying to keep
My
your
head
house
is
warm?
getting a little cold here. I'm just trying to...
The wheels are coming off our 100th
this
show.
here.
We should
There
be
we go.
fine, folks. We should be fine. The wheels are not all the way off.
It looks so natural. Yeah, so I mean,
Looks great.
Yes.
people love to be the hero. You need earmuffs.
I have earmuffs. These things work great. Especially when you turn up the electricity. They start getting
Wait,
warm
what
and
kind of
buzzing.
extension do we have on these headsets that we're able to get them all the way up to the top of the
Battery.
Well-
They're battery powered. Once we came up here, just a battery pack. Elaborate on your point. Elaborate on
no
your
expense on that. Go on.
I mean, really, we think about, referrals, what a bother.
Mm-hmm.
But the reality is we all have felt that good feeling, warm,
Yes.
warm, toasty feeling of referring somebody to something. They're very excited, they have a good experience,
Mm-hmm.
and you feel like the hero. So when I remember, because I've had somebody keeping in touch with me that they're in real estate, and I
Right.
have someone else ask me, do you know anybody? I refer them, and then I talk to them later, and they say, oh my gosh, that person was awesome. They really helped out. We are in great shape. We sold the home for more money. I'm the hero. Why wouldn't I want to refer?
Exactly.
So don't look at it like you're bothering somebody.
You're not
helping them.
Well, actually, you're doing a disservice if you don't. Guess
Right.
why? If you don't do that, because they're going to get a lesser agent who doesn't care as much. That looks great, honey, by the way.
Seriously. Doesn't the top of your head feel cold?
I'm trying to do a show here, and you're over here laughing.
Right.
Can we focus,
Can we
please?
stay on track, please? Right? For crying out loud.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
I need to keep my eyes warm.
I'm the only one going legit here.
All right. So look, the business base, if you do the guidelines, you should do 25 transactions every year just from the business base. And all you have to do is follow the suggestions in there. It has 30 effective ways to connect with people. It has 30 reasons to call your...
Well, and here's the reason why those things are great.
Don't look.
Somebody could download the business base and say, oh, geez, I don't know what to do. I'm paralyzed. No, you're not paralyzed because we give you 30 reasons to stay in touch. We give you reasons to get the ball rolling to get some momentum.
So number 2...
Oh, he's getting cold now.
Number 2, my face is getting a little chilly here. I don't get a little frostbite. Number 2, keep your sphere thinking of you by picking up the phone and making a call. Hey, how's that about that for an idea?
And by the way, here's what surprises me, talking to realtors every single day of every week. A lot of them now, see, a phone call is powerful. A phone call is direct. It's like getting a handwritten letter in the mail.
No.
But most people don't do that. They want to text because it's easier, it's safer. And I'm surprised at how many realtors out there say, oh, for a fast response, please text me here. And I'm thinking, that's interesting. If I'm a buyer parked in front of that house, that's not a fast response. I'm going to call someone who's going to come and take care of me and help me.
You know, I really wish those voicemails, and we've gotten them a lot on the show,
Right.
would just take another 2 seconds to expand and explain why. Because to me, it's affronting. It feels not nice.
Right.
But there could be a very valid reason for it.
So they should say because.
Because.
Text me because, boom.
Of whatever. The reason that you're going to get the faster response through text is
Nice.
because of. Then at least I would understand. You're just trying to help me. I want to help you as quickly as I can.
Right.
However, I can't pick up the phone because blah. Text me, and then there will be a response.
Right.
No, I don't know. What is that response?
And
Is it something automated? Is it a real thing? I don't know.
Yep.
All right. So calling, it's a personal touch, memorable, and it's going to remind people in your sphere that they know a real estate professional, just in case they're asked, hey, you know anybody in real estate? So you're going to stay in front, top of mind with people in your sphere.
And the truth is they probably have not been called by many people. They've been mailed. They've seen them on Facebook. People don't like to call. They don't like to prospect.
Right.
They're afraid of it.
Right. But I mean, these are people that you should want to talk with, right?
Correct.
They're in your sphere. They're not
Yes.
like strangers.
And
Well, yeah.
and watch, follow this because we give you a 3 closing guarantee and we're the only company out there that does this. And think about the risk versus reward, right? And we're going to get into that.
Yeah. So how many of you have a CRM that might be missing some information? Well, there's a great reason to call somebody. You can fill in some of these missing blanks in your CRM.
Yeah.
So if you are looking for a third way to keep in touch, how about a Sphere of Influence campaign?
Ooh, checkmate. That's checkmate.
And we've heard about this before when the cowboy comes and crashes our show.
Oh, yeah. When he
Michael
comes in
Boyle's
from
been
Texas,
here.
he walks in like he's Johnny Carson, doesn't
Exactly.
he?
He owns the place. Hey, how you all doing?
Hey, whoa, it's great to see
He
me.
sidles. He likes sidles
Oh,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
cowboy.
Now, the other benefit of being at the top of a mountain is we don't expect to see him here.
Correct. For him to make it all the way up here in time to crash this show is going to be very difficult.
I don't think that's going to happen,
No.
but you never know. So stay tuned.
Yeah, hopefully you watch
Might be a
the show,
surprise.
Cowboy. It's our 100th one. Maybe we'll
I
get you
doubt
on.
he watches the show, right?
No, he just watches the ones that he's in.
Exactly. Right.
Ego.
All right. So statistics show that 66% of the business generated by the top agents, and those are people who do 50 transactions a year or more, they come from family, friends, close acquaintances, and referrals by those 3 groups. Consistently marketing to those groups is the key to growth of your real estate business. And a scheduled SOI postcard campaign does this while freeing up your time for more important tasks like listing appointments and closings. In addition, and I didn't believe this when I read it, but it must be true, ProspectsPLUS is offering an incredible guarantee when you schedule an SOI campaign.
Listen to this.
Listen to this. They believe so much in the power of scheduled campaigns and what they will do for your business, that they will guarantee 3 extra closings a year when you schedule your 12-month SOI campaign.
So you're saying I'm a realtor, and so if I don't have my 150, I could download the business base and this will help me, or the cowboy can help me get to my 150. And then it's going to be like 130 or something a month, roughly.
Yep.
Roughly.
The price, yeah.
And then think about that. So the guarantee, 3 closings. Is it the altitude or the temperature getting to them? I'm not sure.
Have you become a nun or
are you getting lightheaded? Or are you okay?
Jesuit priest?
It's just this one area up here where I don't know. It's very cool for some reason, so I'm just trying to.
So as he's adjusting his hat, so just know that all you have to do is take that, and Michael Boyle, the cowboy, will help you plug that into your account at Prospects Plus. The time it takes you to order 1 postcard, your whole campaign will be set
for the year.
You don't even have to mess with it. Now you can, but I mean, this is probably the biggest no-brainer of what we do. We've been doing this a while, and
it's risk-free, right?
Right. Well, yeah, because you get your money back if you don't get those 3 extra closings.
Nobody's called to want their money back, because if they implement what's in here, it works.
Yeah, actually, you're right. You're right. That's exactly true. So this is something that's going to cost you about $1,300 a year. How much commission are agents getting on the average sale right now?
Some people say 9, but let's say it's low 5,000. But I hear about 9.
So you've got profit built in right at the get-go just from 1 sale, and we're saying 3. Plus, in addition to that, you're only paying when the postcard goes out. So every month, that's when you are paying for that particular postcard going out. Now it looks like you have a parka with the hood up. And,
We're gonna,
there's a critic everywhere around here, isn't there?
We're going to have to play this episode at the Christmas party, I think.
And you can cancel and change right up until the night before. So you're not locked in. I know there are companies that do campaigns that are automated, but you are locked in, or you have to pay a tremendous amount of money up front.
That's a great point.
And you're not doing either of those here. You decide at a certain point, you know what, I'm going to just adios on this and go in another direction.
Yeah, you could change it. You could alter some stuff.
Anybody new that you add to the list. So let's say you have 150 in your sphere list, and you keep finding new people because you're doing a great job. You are killing it. You keep adding them to that list, and they will keep getting added automatically to each card that goes out. I mean, is that amazing? Is your nose getting cold?
Lisa, we got to go. This 100th, it's affecting his something.
I think the air is thin up here or something.
It is very
I'm not sure
thin.
exactly what.
Are
you feeling okay?
I'm going to let you know that on Mount Everest, if you
what
get
kind of scarf is this?
If you get altitude sick, it's almost like a shirt.
It's called the only one we had available at the top of the mountain.
If you get altitude sickness, we're leaving you behind. That's what they do on the mountain.
Right, we have to go with the Sherpa, right?
You're going to be like Bob with the blue glove that people use as their map to get to top.
Wait, can't we put him in a sleigh and just lay him down and
we
just
could.
tow him?
Doesn't mean we will.
Doesn't mean we will.
You don't need to tow me. Just push me and it's downhill all the way, right?
Well, that could be dangerous, though.
It'll be like...
okay, point number next was what? Point number next.
So our next point which is the bottom line, is that year after year, the NAR survey says that although buyers and sellers claim they will use their agents in the future, most of them don't.
It's because they don't stay in touch. They figured, hey, you just bought a home, so you don't have a need for a while. But
look at it in your own life. When you buy a car, 6 years later, you go to buy another car. Even if you're buying from the same dealership, are you going in search of Bob? Are you going to try desperately to find Bob? You don't even know Bob's name anymore. If he's not kept in touch, you are not. You're walking on that lot.
And Bob's probably changed dealerships 4 or 5 times.
Right. But even if he hasn't, let's say Bob's sitting there desperately needing your sale, you don't know who he is because he didn't keep in touch.
Right.
So we do it in our own lives. We don't go back and search for that person. We just want to get the job done. Make it so easy for people to call you that it's a no-brainer.
Exactly.
Be so in front of them that it is a no-brainer for them to hand you out as a referral, for them to call you when they need you.
And imagine 12 months from now, from when you're listening or watching the show, let's say you normally do 30 closings a year. Imagine 33 closings a year. Mm-hmm. And guess what? For the great agents, that number will be better, obviously, because they're better at prospecting, they're better at objection handling, they're better at getting referrals. So those are conservative numbers that we're giving.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, takeaway, Only 3 steps to keep your sphere thinking about you for the remainder of 2021 and on to next year.
And wish us luck getting Jim down the mountain after what we've seen during the show.
I'll tell you
It's a little scary down
we
there.
need to return these scarves. They are not keeping.
Is there a money
They're
back? Is there any
horrible.
guarantee
We
on
should do
them?
that.
But I am happy we found a Publix up here that I was able to
Yes.
grab a bottle of water.
We got some Zephyr Hills. That was nice.
We didn't give
That
up, you guys. We
was
did not
pretty
give up.
awesome. Pretty awesome. Well, today's show, On Top of a Mountain, brought to you by our friends at ProspectsPLUS.com. Their website, of course, ProspectsPLUS.com. So, thank you for being with us. Show number 100. Hopefully, next week we will be back on sea level.
Can we put the
back in
jackets on
Florida.
now? Can we put the jackets on?
Okay, just as soon as the cameras are off.
Okay.
Put the right. And next week, show number 101.
101.
I don't know if it's going to be as good as show 100, but you should watch anyway, okay? I'm leaving because I am freezing. Bye.
Bye, guys. Take care.